Thank you very much. I think you should take out this because I'm not going to be sitting here. Like she said, my presentation is 10 minutes, and then I'll call my crew. I came with my squads, like you can hear, the full squad. I have a slide of presentation. Please, can I have it on? Aha. So, multi-choice talent factory. Please, how many of you have heard of multi-choice talent factory? Okay, a few people. Some people have never. Meanwhile, before I start, please, can you hear me clearly? Because my manager warned me that I must hold the mic to my. I'm usually talking. So before I came out, she said, make sure the mic is in front of you. So I'm just making sure. The multi-choice talent factory is. Please give me the next slide. This thing is clearly not working. The clicker. Just go to the next slide. Enter, enter, enter. Enter it. We have some razzmatazz on it. So you have to, aha. So the multi-choice talent, no, go up, back. Now you've done over syllables. You have to go back. Aha. All right. The multi-choice talent factory started in 2018 and is a shared initiative, done by the multi-choice. I mean, you've heard of multi-choice, I'm sure, but maybe you've not heard of the multi-choice talent factory. The Talent Factory is a shared initiative that we decided to come up with in 2018 when we saw the number of young creatives that were talented, that are talented, but they did not have like an outlet to fine-tune that talent that they have. And so while it's easy to commission productions, acquire movies, we wanted a platform where we would train the next generation of African storytellers, and that was why we started the Multi-Choice Talent Factory. Now, we do what we do in 3 ways. The first one is the academy, where every year we get 20 brilliant students. And some of them are here. They are the ones that will be on this panel. We do a call to entry. Ijoma and I were discussing, and Ijoma said, you need to come and talk more about this Multi-Choice Talent Factory because not a lot of people know about it. We do a fully funded 1-year scholarship where we take 20 students. And the reason why we decided to come on this platform today is because the call to entry is actually open now. So we're still taking entry for 2025. The only thing you need to qualify to join the factory is you need to be between 20 and 26 years old, and then you need to love film. You don't have to have a degree in filmmaking, but we need to see that passion because the process is quite intense in terms of the enrollment process. The 20 students, like I said, are fully funded. We don't usually tell the story, but the truth is we house them for 1 year. We accommodate. Please clap for us now. In this current economy, is it easy? We house them for 1 year. We provide them with everything they need to just learn. We just want them to learn filmmaking, no distractions. So they come from different parts of Nigeria. Currently we have 20, 16 from Nigeria and 4 from Ghana every year. That's what we've been doing. And some of the people you'll be hearing speak are from Ghana. Almost all the time, they come from Ghana and they don't go back. Juliet is not here, so I can say it. 2 weeks ago, I was in Ghana, and Juliet and I were discussing. And she said, whatever it is you're doing to hold our students there, you need to make them come back home. So we're collaborating and doing stuff to make sure that when they finish, they go back, because that's the whole essence. We keep them, but I think the shocking thing now, when we say this part, the one that amazes most people is we pay them a stipend every month. We pay them to sit and learn because we don't want any distraction. So when they are coming, they sign a contract to say for 1 year, I don't want to hear I'm a storyteller. They called me to write on this set. No, you're there Monday to Friday. You're learning. It's a full school, 9 to 5 they learn. And that is what they do. The second aspect is we do master classes where that is open to anybody in the industry. You don't have to be, there's no age barrier. We've had 50, 60. It doesn't matter as long as you're interested. When we have those master classes, we announce them and then it's open. Next slide, please. Fast. Next slide. Next. I told you there are razzmatazz there. You have to click like 3 times. There's animation. Aha. This is what our curriculum looks like. Everything there, we train the students when they come in. Because remember, it's 1 year. sometimes we tweak some of the training. So if we look and we see that maybe the next set coming in, maybe there's something they need more, like animation, for instance. This year they've gone through animation, but you don't see it there because it's not the core. So these are our core curriculum, and we make sure they go through. The beauty of what we've seen with the students that come in is most times, because during the interview we'll ask, what is your area of interest? You hear people say, but they're now storytellers. Some come in, there's Uyi is here. She came in and she left. She's a sound specialist. So because we train them on every aspect, and it's not just 1 week. It's not just 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's intense. So they have the full knowledge of everything they're doing, different aspects, so that by the time they are leaving, they make a decision on where they want to belong to. Next slide, please. Next, go, next, again, We also have what we call immersions. Immersions is, our trainings are not just classroom trainings. They don't sit in class all day. We throw them into real-life productions where they take part in everything you see that they've done. Nigerian Idol, Tinsel, the last EMVCA that just happened, they were the ones, the current class were the ones behind the stage. They did most of the behind the stage things. How many of you watched it? The spirit guy that came, the Dibia, that came when you're talking. Thank God there's no Dibia here, so nobody is going to send you out. That was one of our current students. So it's actually hands-on training. So it's not just the classroom part. We also do immersions where they go and they do stuff. Next slide, please. I'm going fast so that we don't. Master classes. I said we do our trainings in 2 ways. I've talked about the academies, and I'm talking about the master class. These are some of the master classes that we've done. This were actually done last year. This was done this year. Mrs. Bukola has gone. Well, we've talked about, our master classes are not just any topic. We look at things that are relevant to the industry, challenges in the industry, and then we bring experts to talk about those topics. Next slide, please. Our journey so far. So far, we've had 80 students. We have 20 now, making 100. We started 2018, and so far, 98%. Only one student has dropped out since we started in 2018. And the reason she dropped out was she said her own was too much. The intensity was too much. So, like I said, it's intense. So you have to really be serious in terms of doing what it is you've come to do. In terms of number of registered business, we partner with other organizations. For instance, Dr. Obiaya. Please, a round of applause for Dr. Obiaya. He's the Dean of School of Media and Communications, and we're partnering with Pan-Atlantic University. They're the ones that give accreditation to the certificates we give. And they teach our students, they help us. There is the entrepreneurship arm of the whole thing. So most of our students, when they leave, they don't look for jobs because they start their own businesses. Most of them, they start their own businesses. There was something happened recently where, multi-choice, we have our own Africa Magic production. We took out a call, we were looking for a commissioning editor. And then we said, send out to your alumni to see if anyone will apply. Not one person. No, I think maybe 2 people. We have 80 alumni. Not 2 people applied to be commissioning editor for Africa Magic because most of them are big boys and big girls. So that's the thing. So it's not just about storytelling. It's also about building the economy and empowering them to also employ labor like you hear some of them are doing. And then in terms of awards, most of their movies also win awards. They've done movies individually. They've done movies as an academy. Give me the next slide, please, so that I'll look at. Another thing that I failed to mention is since 2018 that we started, every year, 3 best graduating students are sent on all expense-paid trip to New York, South Africa, and India. All expense paid. They don't pay a dime. You are too old. No, you're not looking for it. So, these are some of the students that have gone. So we also have a partnership with New York Film Academy. We have a partnership with Z-World. We have a partnership with the Eminent Productions in South Africa. All these people you're seeing are students that Elvis here just came back from SA. Literally just came back last week. Abisola just came back from Florence, New York Film Academy in Florence. United States Embassy people are not here. We're having small challenges with visa. But I digress. So he couldn't go to New York, but we made sure he went to Florence because there's a New York Film Academy there as well. So these are some of the things we do to give back, and we've been doing it every year consistently for 8 years. I think we deserve another round of applause. Next slide, please. And then I think the last slides before I go in. All the things you see here are productions by our students. Crew beginning to end. The only things that they don't do here is cast. I don't think that's even correct. Sometimes because they are saving budget, they are part of the cast. They cast themselves. So if you look at some of these things, there's some of them here that are students there. But I'm saying they are real filmmakers. It's not a school where, so they enter festivals not in student categories. They enter as filmmakers because we've trained them to be filmmakers. And they all types of genre they do. The first ones you see, short movies. Those two you saw there, we did them for Z-World. Z-World commissioned us to do those ones for them. We have the Ed Short one, the documentary. The Ed Short team came in from South Africa. There's a partnership there, and they commissioned us to do those two, and this 2070, the docudrama. So we actually have people commissioning our students and our alumni to do stuff. So everything you see here, leaked, grown, Hadak Pass, most of them have won awards at the AMVCs. Next slide, please. I think before I leave this slide, everything we've been talking about is about the Ghana-Nigerian collaboration. Because every year we'll have Ghana and Nigerian students every year. There's that collaboration between us and the students. The movie you see here, Tejire, this Tejire movie, was done by the alumni in Nigeria and in Ghana. We flew in people from Nigeria to Ghana to shoot Tejire. We all went, myself, my team, everybody went for the recce. It's a prison story. And Juliet is gone, but she's actually a strong partner. Because when we flew into Ghana, we went to the film authority and they helped us with permits and all those things. So we're already having those collaborations because we have that partnership and our students are Nigerians and Ghanaians. Later, they'll be pitching. Some of them are pitching in the Nigerian Ghana production movies that are coming up later. Next slide, please. And I think that will be my last slide. Okay, can you please play it? This is a brief summary of what we are or who we are. We have this replicated in different regions. So we have the exact same thing in Kenya and East Africa. We have the exact same thing in Zambia and South Africa. And then we have Nigeria, and then we have one in South Africa, the country itself. And we're doing the exact same thing. 80 students, and that's the beauty of the Multi-Choice Talent Factory because our students are able to collaborate.
We believe in telling our own African stories. MultiChoice is passionate about telling stories that touch our customers' lives. We believe in telling our own African stories. MultiChoice is passionate about telling stories that touch our customers' lives, celebrate our continent, and build great futures, which is why we invest in quality homegrown shows and channels.
Telling our own people's stories means being able to identify who we are.
The MultiChoice Talent Factory was born out of a need to improve the quality of local productions and to invest in Africa's TV and film industry.
It's a really helpful initiative for the youth realizing that the sky is the limit.
In 2018, our 3 world-class MTF academies opened their doors in Lagos, Nairobi, and Lusaka. to provide a year-long funded training program to emerging young talent from across 13 countries.
It's one thing to learn about film and another thing to practice it. So we got an opportunity to do that on all the sets because we got to work with all the different departments.
Through industry masterclasses with local and global experts and partners, we are developing and strengthening the local TV and film industry across the continent.
My experience at MTF was essential for launching me into the film industry. It equipped me with the knowledge on the business and the creative aspects of filmmaking. In addition to that, it has grown my network tremendously.
Our students are exposed to exciting international opportunities. This year, micro-documentaries for the We Are Climate Justice campaign were produced in partnership with the New York Film Academy and Creative Development.
Multi-Choice Talent Factory brings a lot of benefits to my local community.
PSAs for Partners Against Piracy were created, and students continued to work on local productions. The positive impact of the MTF program is reflected by the high number of economically active alumni. Many are currently working on local productions with Mnet channels, Showmax and Honey TV.
Welcome to Mum vs. Wife.
Whilst others have started their own production companies and are now creating work opportunities for local young talent in their own countries.
Somos uma produtora audiovisual. Prestamos serviços na área de produção audiovisual, produzimos comerciais, documentários, produzimos roteiros.
MultiChoice is proud to showcase their quality productions from movies, documentaries and reality shows on our platforms.
I believe after the training we got at MTF, I am better placed to be the next generation of filmmakers who will impact change.
Both students and alumni have won numerous awards, from the AMVCAs in Nigeria and the Kalasha Awards in Kenya.
MTF has shown me that I can be better than I ever thought I could be.
We remain committed to igniting Africa's TV and film industries and enriching lives by developing the art of inspired local storytelling.
Thank you very much. This is where I end.